All right, I just wanted to show you real quick that I put the box model HTML page and then a universal box sizing HTML page underneath week 2 so that you can take a look at it. But I wanted to go over project 1 with you. So if you click on the link to project 1, it'll take you to this page here. So what I'm going to have you guys do is start working on a website that's going to cover the next couple of weeks, actually. We're going to do a hometown event. So what I want you to do is to choose some kind of event that is happening in your hometown. It could be past events, it can be a upcoming event, it could be something that happens over the summer. It really doesn't matter to me. An example would be in South Elgin, we have Riverfest, and let me show you Riverfest's website. Riverfest 2008. So let's click here. This would be an example of a website that you can create for this project. So the project is, the website needs to be 5 pages written in HTML and CSS, and it's going to be responsive. So, so this site you could redo. You could redesign the way it looks, how it's laid out. You can redo the logo if you want to, but then you would choose 4 pages or 5 pages to do. Well, of course you got to do the home page, so you would choose 4 other pages. So maybe you would want to do a carnival page that talks about the information for the carnival, maybe the sponsors page, volunteer and contact us, or something like that. Now you would put all the links that they have on there, or all possible links to the site. Maybe there's more hidden in here that you can't find, and you could put those some links in the footer and make an actual footer. You can put social media icons and have them linked to the main Facebook page or the main Twitter page. They don't have to actually hook up to a page that is for this event. Just make it look good. If you want to make it clickable, you can make it clickable too. Okay, so that is just an example. You don't have to do Riverfest, but I just wanted to show you what type of event I'm looking for. Something that's going to give you enough content that you can actually make a website from. So, for instance, something like, I don't know if a pub crawl would give you enough content for you to have 5 pages. Unless you could put like a history, like maybe it's been happening a while, maybe you've got a history of the different bars that are included in the pub crawl. It's kind of up to you. I do want to know what you're going to use before you get started. So if you want to shoot me a text or an email and just let me know what event and what town you're going to be doing, that would be awesome. All right, so making sure that you organize your files correctly, make sure that you have a folder called CDN221 Assignments or Projects, and that will hold everything that you create for me in this class. And then you can make a Project 1 Hometown Event folder inside that. You'll want an Assets folder that has elements that you do not put on the internet, so things like pictures that you download, textures, maybe some fonts, you could put all in that folder. Stuff that you're going to use, maybe you've downloaded some vector art that you want to use on the home page. That sort of stuff would go in an assets folder, not a web folder. And then you can have a separate web folder, and that would contain your HTML pages that go up on the internet, your CSS page, your external CSS, and by the way, I do want you to make an external CSS file. And then an images folder with any images that you have on the pages. Make sure that you can get 5 pages from the content. Examples would be home, about, gallery, contact, schedule, info, history, etc. You're going to create the start files for me, and what I mean exactly by start files is I want you to create a proposal so you can download and fill out the proposal form that I showed you in the start files video. Make a color scheme, a style guide, and the color scheme and style guide can be in one file if you wish. You want to make a flowchart, one wireframe. Oh, it says you need at least two. So 2 wireframes of possible homepage designs before you actually create the prototype. And then sketches. You need at least 15 sketches of what the possible homepage could look like. You're going to use brackets or another editor of your choice to code it. Use HTML5 and CSS3. So make sure that the document contains header, main, section, nav, aside, footer. All those are the new HTML5 tags. Now, some CSS3 codes that you could actually look that up for the discussion question and take a look at what some CSS3 codes are, or what some advanced CSS3 codes. An example would be rounded corners. So if you're going to make some text boxes with rounded corners, you would be using CSS3 to do that. You can gather copyright free images and content from other sites if you would like. If you need help on how to do a Google search to get some copyright free images, let me know. I can show you how to do that. You're going to zip the folder with the images, the HTML, CSS, and all the images, and you're going to upload it to D2L to submit it. All right, so I also have an example. I have, oh, there's Riverfest Express. That's the South Elgin's Riverfest. That links to that. And then there's another one for Elgin, which is your Cinco de Mayo downtown. So those would be some examples of an event. You could actually do those if you'd like. Okay, some due dates. So Monday, January 28th, I want you to have the start files done for me. So that is your sketches, wireframe, flowchart, color scheme, style guide, and proposal. So on Wednesday the 30th, you're going to design 2 prototypes in either Photoshop or Illustrator. And we're actually going to have a critique on these, so make sure that you have them at least 75% finished, that you can show your peers, and we can talk about what's working, what's not working, how you can change it and improve it. And then the homepage, HTML and CSS development will be due Monday, February 4th. And then all the rest of the pages will be due Monday, February 11th. The project is worth 100 points, and you'll have some class time during these days for you to work in class on those as well. I also have the rubric. I believe, no, this isn't the right one. Oh, this is a rubric for the start files. But there's actually, I have a rubric for the start files. I have a rubric for the prototypes, and a rubric for the HTML wireframe, and then a rubric for the whole entire project. So I will upload those as well. Let me know if you have any questions on either who you can do or the project itself.